So here we go. I wore the same thing last year. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this, but I'm really trying to represent all the years in Webb's history in once. I've got a nice white shirt, blue blazer, semi-shine shoes to represent alumni of the 40s, 50s, and 60s when the dress code at Webb was much more formal. For the early 70s, I have a Webb foot bow tie. Okay? Those crazy guys who came up with the foot, and this year it was ranked the 12th zaniest mascot in the country. So we're number 12, doing well. The pants, which you all wish you had. This is for Jack Hefner, who wore some pants that were pretty crazy in the late 70s and the 80s. I did buy these in a men's store, I promise. And where's John Frere? I saw John come in. John? John, no socks again in honor of you, your time at Webb, thank you. That's for the 90s and the aughts. And for 2014, class of 2014, I am here to represent you because we're here at the same time. So thank you. On a more serious note, what I'd like to talk about is next year. Next year is the 150th year for the Webb School. I am honored to be part of this upcoming year of celebration. We have many wonderful events planned throughout the year, and we hope you'll be able to join us as often as you can. A little history about some other companies you might know. Here's some that we are older than. Sears, 1893, and only 400 stores left. Coca-Cola, 1886. Jack Daniels, 1875. We beat Jack by 5 years. Here's a couple we have to catch up to. It's going to take a long time. Brooks Brothers, 1818. Jim Beam, 1795. So we got some work to do. But the roots of Webb School are truly amazing. A school which began in the early years of Reconstruction in the South, where there was not much extra money to spend on education. Yet, by delivering a great product, the school survived and thrived. And this is a great coincidence. On Monday, I was fortunate to receive an archival letter, pictures, and other papers from Woody Sims, class of 42. One item was an appeal letter written to Wilson Sims, his son, in 1973, from James G. Stallman, Webb class of 1912, who was owner and publisher of the Nashville Banner for many years. It's an inspiring letter, and I'll take a few minutes to read what he wrote about the Big Four. I call the Big Four. They're pictures who were up in the dining hall in the first 50 years of Webb School. Sonny, John, son Will, and Webb Fall. So he knew all these gentlemen personally. He wrote about old Sonny, the disciplinary genius who inspired more by appeal to pride of accomplishment, sometimes by shame through failure, but more often than by the switch, the cogent persuader, which helped make him famous and his boys into men. Old Jack, John Webb, the great intellect whose broad, deeply embedded culture, love of books, made him beloved by those who were privileged to sit at his feet and in eager and absorptive mood learn as only he could teach. Son Will, the junior member of the famous Webb trio, who was a keen analyst of what made every boy tick. He was firm, fair, and respected. Webb Fallon, dynamic, energetic expansionist, builder of the plan, and likewise respected as an old Webb boy himself. These are leaders who created an institution against improbable odds. It set itself apart as the finest education in the South. There were tough times ahead. 2 world wars, the Depression, a change in ownership in 1952 were all great challenges to Webb. Webb went on. In the 60s and 70s, with the South facing desegregation, many private and Christian schools were founded in cities across the region, impacting Webb enrollment. The school looked to the local community to enroll day students and then enroll Webb ladies. John Morgan, Henry Whiteside, and Gary Jones led the school through some of these tough times. Jim McDonough, class of 43, was chair of the board for 22 years. And talks of how they had to pass the hat at board meetings to keep the school going. Webb went on. During the school's centennial celebration in 1970, it has been noted that the school did not have any appreciable endowment. It was the work of Gary Jones in the mid-'70s who began the creation of the Webb Endowment. One of Webb's most notable alumni, Wayne Rogers, class of '50, was key in building this endowment through his own gifts and securing gifts from foundations such as the Keenan Foundation. Webb went on. During the last 50 years, through strong leadership, faithful and generous alumni, and sometimes luck, the school has grown and thrives today. The foundation of the school, the honor code, and noli res doli facere remain fundamental to our mission. In a time when strength and character seems to be lost as we seek financial gains over all else, we need to produce leaders who are honest, empathetic, and care for all humans. Webb of 2019, of course, is a very different place in many ways from the vision of Sonny and John. We are just about 50-50 in gender ratio. We have students from 19 countries this year. It's a really interesting list. Bahamas, Canada, Cayman Islands, China, Germany, Ghana, Hungary, India, Jamaica, Korea, Lithuania, Nigeria, Russia, Rwanda, Spain, South Africa, Ukraine, United States, and Uzbekistan. We have created modern dormitories, classrooms, and athletic facilities. It is a different world, and Webb has adapted to it. Despite the many physical changes, honor and character remain the most important pillars at Webb. Webb moves forward. There are always challenges to be met, opportunities to pursue, and visions for the future. How does Webb move forward? As I look at my time at Webb, here are a few thoughts. One, continue to build the endowment. Remember, I said it was zero 50 years ago. Right now, it's at $33 million. The endowment is the school's retirement account, but the school never retires. It's invested conservatively to last for many years. The annual draw from this account supports the education of every student in the school. There's a great story about Charles Chester Huff, class of 1893. Through his will, he made cash gifts to Webb, and through his daughter's will, Webb received about 200 acres of land in West Texas. For many years, the school received $6,000 or maybe $10,000 for grazing rights. It turns out much of the land is above the Permian Basin, the largest oil reserve in the continental United States. In 2012, a company paid us a good sum for oil and mineral rights on our properties. Not much happened until the last 18 months. Recently, we've received about $75,000 per month for oil and gas revenues. Very nice. This money, by direction of his will, goes directly to the endowment. Raising dollars for endowment will be a key component as a campaign initiative for Webb 150. I also have a personal goal of increasing the endowment to continue to fund the school at least 15% of the budget annually. The Huff gift I just referred to was a legacy gift. We also hope to increase our memberships in the Burkhead Legacy Society. Over the years, legacy gifts have meant so much to Webb. We will be sending information to you about this in the future. To celebrate Webb 150, can we have 150 members in the Burkhead Society by next year? It would be awesome. 3, we need to continue to assemble and support a talented faculty who bring their expertise and joy in all they do for our students. So the faculty, please stand up. All the faculty members, please stand up so we honor you. A lot of great people working here. It really makes a difference in students' lives, just as it did for you when you were here. 4, continue to recruit students who will do their best to live by the Webb mission. Focus on building the boarding population, especially on the female side. 5, continue to find ways to make our pillars of honor and character relevant to the 21st century. This year we created a character committee to study how we should proceed at Webb. They will bring recommendations to the faculty at the end of the year. Also, our required ethics class, in addition to historical topics, will also discuss themes like digital ethics to help our students navigate this rapidly changing aspect of our world. We are proud of our history, proud of you, our graduates, and we all want to see our school thrive in the years ahead. How can you help? You can recommend Webb to friends. You can stay involved at the school, be a class agent, and a member of the alumni board, or a member of the board of trustees. You can support Webb financially by giving what you can give to the Webb Fund or the endowment. There are many opportunities for you to support the school. Many of you are already involved, and we're very, very grateful for your support. With your help, in any way that you can, we can push Webb ahead for the immediate future and create a model to ensure our success for the next 150 years. Thank you. So here we go. We've got a lot of people to recognize today. First, I'm going to introduce Chase Spurlock, class of '05, who's going to give an update on the Alumni Board of Directors. He's about to change positions. He was just elected to the Board of Trustees yesterday.
Thank you, Ray, and good morning. On behalf of the Alumni Board, I want to welcome all alumni, faculty, staff, and friends. Thank you so much for being with us today and for making a contribution to the success of this event. I'm honored to be able to give a report on your alumni board, and I'm pleased to say that the board's thriving. We're 20 members strong, stretching from Dalian, China to the southeastern U.S., and we represent 39 years from the class of 1973, represented and anchored by Webb Fallen, to the class of 2012. 9 of us were boarders and 11 of us were day students, and we represent collectively over 3,000 living alumni of the Webb School. The Alumni Association was founded in 1920, and over the years, the Alumni Board has not been a policy-making board, but rather we're a working board. And our mission is to support the Webb School by strengthening alumni engagement and working hard to make the student experience better. So once again, if you're a current alumni board member, would you please stand and be recognized? And now, if you've previously served as a member of the Alumni Board, would you please stand and also be recognized? Events like today are made possible by the tireless work of many. I'd like to now recognize the class agents. There are over 100 class agents who work alongside the Alumni Board. They're literally in the trench with us every day. And because each class has reunions every 5 years, that means that approximately 20% or 20 classes are the focus of this year's reunion. So class agents, one more time, please stand and be recognized for the excellent work that you're doing. So what's new with the Alumni Board? Here are 6 ways we're working to make a difference here at Webb. The first is connecting with graduates. In recent years, we began a Young Alumni program that allows us to stay in touch with alumni, particularly during the college years. And we've grown this program over the past 5 years and are currently seeing greater than 75% engagement across these classes. We also task young alumni to provide feedback and to give us insights on how their Webb School education is making a difference in their college lives. And as is no surprise, our graduates are very well prepared for life beyond Webb. The second is connecting with current students. We're partnering with Webb for community service events, for career mentoring, and encouraging alumni to visit campus and talk to students. The Alumni Board also invites students and parents to engage in its meetings at least one time per year, and these are often our favorite events throughout the year. At each of these encounters, we're encouraged by the quality of students Webb continues to attract and the quality of the instruction our students receive. The third is connecting with seniors. We support special programming for our seniors by participating in Senior Blazer Day and also the Senior Lunch. Senior Blazer Day is in the fall, and the annual Senior Lunch is actually coming up on May 17th in the Alumni Center. And if you have a chance to attend either of these events, please do so. Another exciting opportunity involves joining with admissions. We're partnering with the admissions office for strategy development and to encourage more legacy applications. In fact, this afternoon you will have a chance to learn a little bit more about Webb's expanded summer offerings and the legacy scholarship opportunities. We hope you'll take advantage of this session and spread the word to friends and family. The event's being held today from 1 to 4 in the courtyard just outside the entrance to the Barton Athletic Center, so we encourage you to come by and check that out. We're also continuing to deepen our connections with the class agents. Our class agent committee is responsible for sending special e-newsletters and hosting an annual June workshop on campus for class agents that are entering each honored reunion year. Our goal is to stay in regular contact with our class agents by phone and email. And in fact, one of the coolest initiatives within the class agent committee this year has been identifying notable alumni. And these are people that have distinguished themselves in their disciplines. And we are currently in the process of refreshing this notable alumni list. I'd encourage you to visit the website and check it out. And if you have any suggestions for members that would be worthy of this designation, please contact an alumni board member directly or email the A&D office. We'd love to hear from you. Finally, one of the most exciting areas we've been working on is the upcoming sesquicentennial celebration of the school's founding. I'd encourage you all to stay tuned, and the major rollout for the Webb's 150 will actually launch in just a few short weeks. I'd like to give a special thanks to Hudson Bird and the Special Projects Committee for their efforts. They've really been champions of this event thus far, so thank you, Hudson. One of the things that's also been most satisfying about our work on the Alumni Board over the past few years is seeing and measuring growth via alumni involvement. So these are just a few metrics that are interesting to share. The first is that we're working with newly elected class agents immediately to build lines of communication with their classmates. For example, we now have 100% working emails for each graduating class. And when I joined the Alumni Board in 2011, I think that number was in the low single digits. So in previous years, we've also seen this number grow to not only do we have working emails, but we actually are in constant communication with these class agents. They're encouraged by finding ways to engage their classmates and to stay connected with Webb. Our reunion team, in collaboration with the A&D office, is working tirelessly to enhance the reunion experience. And in fact, reunion attendance has grown the past 4 years by over 25%. In the past, our reunion numbers were about 150 participants, and now over the last few years, we count an average of over 200 alumni, guests, faculty, and staff attending one or more events. So I'd like to give a special thanks to Matt Wilson, Jonathan Hawkins, and the wonderful alumni and development team that work with us every day to make sure events like this are a success. Let's give them a round of applause. If you're interested in joining the Alumni Board, we're always looking for passionate, engaged alums who are appreciative of their Webb School experience and who want to give back. So let us know if you're interested. We're constantly updating our depth chart, and we'd love to have a conversation with you. We're excited by this year's reunion and by seeing so many alumni back on campus. Please enjoy your day and let us know if there's anything we can do to help it out. On behalf of the 2019 Alumni Board, thank you so much for being here. Have a good day.